What's good? So the community is talking. The streets are talking. They are communicating and saying that they're tired. Enough is enough. And Amazon, whether they're delivery, whether they're flex, any of the subsidiaries, along with gig workers, Postmates, DoorDash, and the list goes on. They're saying enough is enough. And it's not really hard to understand why. So we're going to get into it. I made a video not too long ago, and I didn't really expect the type of feedback that I received, and it just really caught my attention. And I've been talking with a lot of different gig workers and Amazon workers, and even outside of the YouTube community, and like these people feel broken down. You know, they don't feel appreciated, they don't feel heard, and we can understand why. They're working with a a multi billionaire titan, or let's just say deca billionaire titan, and Jeff Bezos. And to be quite honest with you, he doesn't really give a shit, right? And let me tell you one of the reasons why he doesn't give a shit. So, Amazon workers, listen up. So Jeff Bezos, he is not uh, in love with his company as the people that are building the company, the backbreaking work that they do, right? Driving in the trucks and stopping on from stop to stop. You got people that are sitting on the back of the truck, you know, and they gotta sit on the back of the truck and wait till the truck stops so they can get the packages and go and drop them off, right? And a lot of these guys are doing this in terrible weather conditions, high heat weather conditions, where it's 100 degrees upwards to 105 degrees. And when you talk about Jeff Bezos and his connection with his company, is not really what you think it is. A lot of the guys that are delivering in these delivery trucks, they are they're a part of a third party company, right? So when you think that all of the backbreaking work that they're doing is committed and taken care of by the Amazon company when it comes to health benefits, just in case something happened to them, it doesn't. Jeff Bezos doesn't cover that type of shit. He says that he's smart. He's going to take the third party company, and wherever the third party company comes from, it could be, Joe Blow's, company. They got to have insurance with Joe Blow's company because Jeff Bezos ain't taking care of that shit. He's on the yacht with his plastic doll taking pictures and shit. Go look it up on Google. So if something happens to one of these guys, man or woman, he could care less. So what? You can't sue him. You can't. There's nothing you could do when it comes to that circumstance. So when I talk about these things, I'm talking from the lens of the people, because at the end of the day, I've always said that they're the ones that count. These high power titans with money, that's all they are, is somebody with money. But they bleed and they breathe just the way we do. So why they get these exceptions as to why they can't come down off of their high horse and take care of their employees because of their name, that's the shit that really bothers me. And I'm glad that some of these workers are starting to realize that it bothers them too. Because the reason why they don't talk about these things is because in certain cultures, it it makes you sound like you're weak because you speak on these situations that put people in these mental holes and these stressful holes when it comes to paying bills and seeing your family. You're made to look like a bitch or something. No, what's being a bitch is not talking about the situation, keeping it to yourself, acting like you tough. That's being a bitch. Because what you're not doing is using your voice to understand and to portray to the next person the reality of what's going on. Malcolm X, a great voice. Imagine if he was quiet. Marcus Garvey, a great voice. Imagine if he was quiet. Dr. Martin Luther King. Imagine if he was quiet. Now people are starting to talk. They're using this platform right here, and they're starting to let people know what's going on, why they are being mistreated by these oligarchies, these major corporations. And the gig workers is exactly the same, right? You got these companies that create these apps and in intention to scrape up massive profits from the apps. They built these apps up so that way once the app gets, solidified, they get a bunch of people to come in and do a bunch of work, and the people don't know what the work is. It's no health insurance. There's none of that shit. And they get these people to come in because, they also realize that it is a source of independence away from the actual employee setting. However, the people that are building these apps, they build it up to they're solidified, and then once it's a a $1 million company, they take it and they sell it to somebody else, and somebody else buys it, right? But at the end of the day, they still forget the key prospect, and the key prospect is the people that are running your fucking app. And like I said, they're tired of this shit, man. And I can't really blame them. I really I really want you guys to start talking more about this. Open up your platform, talk more about this. Cuz I'm building a community right here. It's a smaller community right now, but I'm building it because we going to lock arms. And at one point in time, I'm going to be like, "Hey guys, let's let's stay away from work one day. All of us. All 5 plus million of us. Let's stay away from Target today. All of us. Just take the day off." Or I'll be like, hey guys, you guys probably need a little bit of extra cash so that way you can go and spend some time on either yourself or your family. Let's all go pull out a couple $100 from Chase or Bank of America or your financial credit union, and let's pull out all $200, all 10 million of us at one time. Shit like that. Because of our voice, because of our understanding that this shit cannot run without us. Stop listening to your mother, your uncle, your sister, your brother, his friend, that friend. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. When they tell you that you're being weak because you speak of these things, they're the weak ones. They're the ones that are controlled. They're programmed by the system. Enough is enough, guys, and I really commend you guys, for speaking up on this stuff. And like I said, our channel is a small channel here, but we plan on doing big things. So if this is your first time tuning in, you made it this far, like and subscribe to this video. We'll continue to make videos like this, spreading awareness and truth. So with that being said, guys, the truth's in session. Peace.